On October 12th, 2008, at the church dedicated to St. Anthony of Sokolka, Poland, the Holy Mass of 8:30 a.m. is celebrated by a young vicar, Philip Zrodowski. During communion, unknowingly, the host falls from the hands of one of the priests. A woman kneeling, ready to receive the Eucharist, makes him notice it. The priest remains paralyzed from fright, and believing that it was dirty, placed it in the vasculum, a small silver vessel which contains water utilized by priests to wash their fingers during distribution of communion. At the end of the Holy Mass, the sacristan, Sister Julia Dubowska, takes the vasculum with the host and, for increased safety, pours it into another vessel, which she then locks in the safe where the chalices are kept. A week later, on Sunday, October 19th, around 8 a.m., the sister opens the safe and finds the host almost dissolved, but with some strange red clots in the center. She immediately calls the priests to show them what she has discovered. The host was mostly dissolved. Only a very small piece of the sacred bread was left, tightly interconnected to the substance that appears on its surface. Actually, part of the host was joined to the, quote, strange red clot. The pastor of Sokolka then contacted the Metropolitan Curia of Białystok, Archbishop Edward Ozorowski. Together with the chancellor of the Curia, priests and professors examine the host and, astounded, decide to wait for the developments of events and to see what would happen next. On October 29th, the vessel containing the host is brought into the parish chapel and locked in the tabernacle. The next day, on order of the Archbishop, Father Nidziejoko delicately removes with a small spoon the partially dissolved host and the blood-colored substance on its interior and places it on a pure white corporal with a red cross embroidered in its center. The corporal is kept in the case used for keeping and carrying the host, to be then loaded again into the tabernacle. Over time, the host, quote, fused with the corporal, and the red clot dried. Only then, two scientists of global fame and specialists in pathological anatomy at the Medical University of Białystok were consulted. The Metropolitan Curia of Białystok has released this declaration concerning the Eucharistic miracle that occurred at Sokolka. Number 1. On October 12, 2008, a consecrated host fell out of the hands of a priest while he was distributing Holy Communion. He picked it up and placed it in a vessel filled with water in the tabernacle. After Mass, the vessel containing the host was placed in a safe present in the sacristy. Number 2. On October 19, 2008, after opening the safe, one could clearly see a red stain on the host that had fallen, which with the naked eye immediately gave the impression of being a blood stain. Number 3. On October 29, 2008, the vessel containing the host was transferred to the tabernacle of the chapel of the rectory. The next day, the host was removed from the water contained in the vessel and placed on a corporal inside the tabernacle. Number 4. On January 7, 2009, the sample of the host was taken and examined independently by two professionals in histopathology at the University of Medicine at Białystok. They issued a common declaration which states, quote, "The sample sent for evaluation looks like myocardial tissue. In our opinion, of all the tissues of living organisms, this is the one that resembles it most." Unquote. Number 5. The Commission has noted that the analyzed host is the same one that has been moved from the sacristy to the tabernacle in the chapel of the rectory. Intervention by a third party has not been found. Number 6. The case of Sokolka does not contradict the faith of the Church, but rather confirms it.